Good morning, dear students. In yesterday period, we were discussed about what is mean by molecules. It means molecules are smallest particles of an element or compound which is capable of independent existence and shows all the properties of that substance is called a molecule. Molecules can be divided into two categories. First one is molecules of elements and second one molecules of compounds. Yes, molecules of element, it means molecule of an element contains same type of atoms. Yes, at that time we discussed atomicity. It means the number of atoms present in the molecule are said to be what? Atomicity. Atomicity can be classified into 5 types: monoatomic molecule, diatomic molecule, triatomic molecule, tetraatomic molecule and polyatomic molecule. Afterwards, molecules of compound and prediction of number of atoms from mass ratio. Yes, today let us see what is meant by ions. Yes, my dear students, when atoms, group of atoms or molecule lose or gain electron, they become charged. These charged species are known as what? Ions. Yes, ions are nothing but the charged species. The charged species are called called ions. Charged species are called as ions. It means atom or molecule losing as well as gaining what? Electron. Molecule lose as well as lose or gain what? Electrons. At that time they become charged. Yes, my dear students, this can be negatively or positively charged, thus can be categorized into two groups. Yes, ions are categorized into two groups. How many groups? Two groups. Yes, first one is cations and second one anion. Cations and anion. Let us see first one. Cation. Second one anion. Yes, the positive charged ions are known as what? Cations. The positive charged ions are known as cations. Yes, examples sodium, potassium, calcium and aluminum. Yes, these are formed when elements lose electron. Yes, these are formed what? These are formed when elements loses elements loses electrons. Yes, and my dear students, another important point, the metals form cations. Metal form cations. Yes, remind it once again what is meant by cation. The positive charged ions are known as cations. Example, Na plus, K plus, Ca2 plus, it means aluminum 3 plus. These all are termed as what? Metals. It means these are formed when elements loses electrons. Yes, let us see. Next one, anion. Anion. The negatively charged ions are known as the negatively charged ions are known as anions. Negatively charged ions are known as what? Anions. Examples are Cl minus, Br minus, O, etc. Yes, my dear students, what is happening here? Yes, these are formed when elements gain electrons, Yes, another important point, usually non-metals form anion. Non-metal form an ion. Yes, remind it once again. First of all, anions are negatively charged ions. Yes, examples chlorine, bromine, oxygen, nitrogen, etc. These are formed when elements gain electron. Yes, usually non-metals form what? Anions. Let us see. Next one, polyatomic ion. Polyatomic ion. Polyatomic ion. A group of atoms carrying charge and act as a single entity is known as polyatomic ion. Yes, my dear students, it means it carry what? A fixed charge. Yes, my dear students, a group of atoms, atoms carrying charge and act as a single entity is known as polyatomic ion. Is known as a polyatomic ion. Yes, my dear students, it means polyatomic ion, it carries a fixed charge, Yes, examples are NO3 minus, it means nitrate ion, it is an nitrate ion, as well as CO3 ion, it means it is an carbonate ion, and SO4, it is an sulfate ion, yes, etc. Yes, my dear students, what is happening here? A group of atoms carrying charge and act as a single entity is known as a polyatomic ion. It means it carries only a fixed charge. Examples are nitrate group, carbonate group, and sulfate ions as well as sulfate group. Yes, my dear students, let us see what is meant by valency. All of you already know the definition of valency. Yes, my dear students, concern valency, all of you learn in your previous class, it means in an 8th standard, what is meant by valency? Yes, the combining power or the combining capacity of an element is called what? Valency. Yes, the combining power or capacity of an element is called valency. Yes, my dear students, valency can be used to find out how the atoms of an element will combine with the atoms of another element to form a chemical compound. The valency of an ion is equal to charge on the ions. Yes, my dear students, let us see. Name, symbol and valencies of some ions. Name, symbol and valencies of what? Some ions. Name, symbol and valency of some ions. Yes, example sodium Na plus, yes, it means charged particle. Silver Ag plus, copper Cu plus. Yes, some non-metallic element like elements like hydrogen, H plus, yes, or bromide, Br minus. It's examples concern polyatomic ions and their symbols: ammonia or ammonium, NH4 plus, hydroid OH minus. Yes, my dear students, here classified into what? Here sodium, silver and copper. Valencies are only 1. It means only one electron is present where in an outermost in an outermost orbit of an element or atom of an element. Yes, and hydrogen as well as bromide. Yes, they also have what only one electron in an outermost orbit, means valency is 1, and ammonia also 1. Okay, take another example having more valency. Okay, metals like aluminium, Al plus, iron, Fe plus S, having what valency is 3. Both have valency 3. Yes, my dear students, let us see next one. Writing a chemical formulae. Yes, my dear students, all of you already know what is meant by writing a chemical formulae. The shortest way to represent a compound with the help of a symbol and valency of element is known as chemical formula. Chemical formula of a compound show its constituent element and number of atoms of each combining element. The ionic compound's charge on each ion is used to determine chemical formulae of a compound. Yes, my dear students, here some rules are there for writing the chemical formulae. First rule is the valency or charges on the ion must be balanced, where in an RHS side as well as LHS side. It means the number of ions or the number of molecules are same, where in an both side RHS side as well as LHS side. Second, when a compound consists of a metal and a non-metal, the symbol of metal is written first on the left, whereas non-metal on its right. For best example, what of writing chemical formulae, first of all, the definition of chemical formula is the shortest way to represent a compound with the help of symbol and valency of element is known as chemical formulae, Yes, my dear students, here rules of a chemical formulae. Yes, in which first rule is what the valency or charges on the ion must be balanced, yes, must be balanced. Second one, the symbol of the metal written first, whereas on the left written left, whereas non-metal on the non-metal on the right. Yes, example, calcium oxide, sodium chloride, copper oxide or cupric oxide. Yes, my dear students. Next, third rule is when compound is formed with polyatomic ion, the ion is enclosed in a bracket before writing the number to indicate the ratio. Yes, my dear students, what happens when a compound is formed? When compound is formed with polyatomic ion, the ion is enclosed in a bracket before writing the number to indicate the ratio. Yes, my dear students, example, calcium hydroxide. Okay, it is termed as what? A polyatomic ion. Yes, my dear students, some formula of a simple compound. Example, formulae of simple compound. As example, hydrogen sulfide, yes, symbol as well as charge and formula. Yes, here symbol hydrogen is H and sulfur is S, or hydrogen sulfide. Charged ions, yes, and H side plus 1 because having only 1 electron, S, and sulfide side 2 electrons, S, present in an outermost cell. It means valency of 2 and valency of 1. Yes, my dear students, what they can form? S2S, hydrogen sulfide. Yes, my dear students, here taken second example, example 2, carbon tetrachloride, yes, here symbols are C and Cl, Sc plus 4 and here minus 1. Yes, my dear students, too. It means valence electrons are here 4 plus 1. What they can form? Carbon tetrachloride, and take next example, third example. Magnesium chloride. Magnesium chloride, MgCl plus 2 minus 1. Yes, formula is MgCl2. Yes, my dear students, observe here how the outermost shell electrons or valence electrons are present. Outermost shell valence electrons are present with the help of one electronic configuration. Magnesium is magnesium 12 is 24 and chlorine is 17 35.5. Yes, according to electronic configuration 1s2 2s2 2p6 2p6 and 3s2. Here 1s2 2s2 2p6 3s2 and 3p5. Yes, my dear students, let us see valence electrons, how many valence electrons are present here. In an K cell 2 electrons fulfill, L cell 8 electrons and in an M cell only 2 electrons. Therefore, it is a metal, therefore positively charged. Yes, here K cell 2 electron, L cell 8 electron and in an M cell 7 electron. Yes, it means valence is here minus 1 because need what a 1 electron to complete what a octet configuration. Yes, my dear students, here Mg2 and Cl is 1. Yes, in today's class we all are discussed about what is meant by ion and their charge part species, cation and anion, polyatomic ion, afterwards valency and name symbol valencies of some ions, afterwards writing a chemical formula and finally discussed formulae of a simple compounds. Yes.